The committee has to calculate the compensation amount on a case-by-case basis, using details like degree of disability and patient suffering on account of monetary loss. New Delhi, the government has constituted a new central expert committee to determine how much patients with patients with health problems caused because of these implants, globally recalled in 2010 because more patients were found to require revision surgeries than normally reported for these devices, may be a step closer to receiving a payout. The new Central Committee will be chaired by R.K. Acharya, the director of Safdarjung Hospital Sports Injury Center, and will consist of a total of 5 members, according to an order dated August 30th. At the same time, some patients are either unhappy with the proposed compensation or want more clarity on how exactly the final compensation amount will be determined. The new committee has to determine the quantum of compensation that patients with these implants can receive within 45 days of receiving a report from the state committees that are also being set up to trace aggrieved patients. The committee is also empowered to review applications submitted by affected patients to determine the compensation, as admissible under appropriate law, according to the order. It will further recommend any medical management required. According to a second notification sent to states on the same date, the committee has to calculate the compensation amount on a case-by-case basis, using details like degree of disability and patient suffering on account of monetary loss due to reasons like loss of wages. Patients implanted with ASR who did not undergo any revision surgeries and patients who did not suffer any disabilities following one revision surgery are also eligible for compensation. Apart from this, patients with one or more revision surgeries suffering with disabilities and patients with ASR suffering from any other systemic disorder, where the cause is established, are entitled to compensation. ET is awaiting response to queries sent to J. This committee has been formed upon recommendations of another expert group set up last year to look into the issue of these implants. The expert group submitted its report 6 months ago and recommended a base compensation of at least 20 lakh rupees as well as the extension of J. These findings and recommendations were made public last week. State-level committees, instead of regional committees, should be formed to enable hassle-free access to the patients as they can easily approach the state-level committee in their respective states. The patients can also be given preference to approach either of the 2 committees, said the notification. Coming after an unconscionable delay by CDSCO, which has prolonged suffering of patients, we hope the compensation mechanism is enforceable. It remains to be seen whether the compensation will be just compensation, as recommended by the expert committee, as the quantum is likely to fall short of what J. In 2013, J.